Okay.
Okay. Corners like this, I want you in the outside lane. Fuck these, four-wheelers. They don't know, shit about these trucks and trailers. Okay. Take your time. Okay. I'm gonna be going around the corner. Look at this. On the right side, convex, right? We're going around it, right? We're looking here on the left to make sure that we're not going to hit anybody as well. You're looking for traffic, you're scanning, you're looking at your hood mirrors as well. We just cleared the, one corner, right? Another corner right here, this is the peak of that actual curve, right? So I'm actually going to stay in the outside lane of that, right? And right here, as you can see, this other driver is letting me through, right? So I could be able to clear this side and go around the curve. Now these are tricky curves. At the bend, you want to stay in the outside lane so you could be able to clear. As you can see on this convex right here, I'm clearing that side and I'm looking at my header so I'm not going to hit anything. Okay, does that make sense? See, I'm staying on the outside of the curve just so I can be able to clear the inside of this core right here, right? Staying in the outside lane, watching my header, making sure I'm not gonna hit. Well, who cares about the bugs? We could hit the bugs if all we want. But, animals, pedestrians, signs, maybe signs that don't even belong there. Alright, so we always stay in the outside lane, outside of the curve, all the time, as we're clearing the actual core, looking at the headers again. Constantly looking left and right. Scanning for traffic in front of us especially. Remember what I told you, start braking because you don't want to start braking, right at the actual end of this hill or steep grade. This is a 7% grade right now. Okay, we just went out of the tunnel. Just keep both hands on the wheel when, actually exiting the tunnel because in a storm, the wind could actually blow you and throw you off course. Okay, so you want to take it slow. 35. Look at the sign. Vehicles over 26 gross. Okay, that means you. Bring it down to 35. Keeping the trailer and tractor straight. Start braking. Snub it just a little bit. Let it go. Okay, you have the jake brakes on, the engine cut off. Alright, again. Because in the corner you want to be able to just accelerate. Remember I told you. Okay. That way you have control of the trailer still by pulling it. You're still pulling the trailer. Okay, here's another one. Right here, straight. Brake. Snub. 1, 2, 3. Let it go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, snub it again. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let it go. So that way we're not overheating the brakes and it catches on fire. You ride the brakes, you lost your truck and trailer. Alright. Snub, snub. 1, 2, 3. There you go. No more than 5 to 10 psi on this. Okay, do it again. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let go. Let it air out. Let the brakes air out. Alright. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there you go. Alright. Now accelerate around this curve. Just enough. Don't accelerate too much. Remember, we're still going, down grade. Grapevine, Donner's Pass, the Cabbage Patch in Oregon, Idaho Springs, all right, the Rocky Mountains, Mount Rushmore, every bit of those places are very critical, especially Grapevine in California, and that's the 15. Donner's Pass, the 70 to the 15. Okay, Salt Lake City also has the that one little bit on 80 going down to the 15. There you go. I didn't have to tell you on that one. All right, accelerate. Make sure you get around this curve. Okay, and then snub it, snub it, snub it, snub it, snub it. There you go. Let go. There you go. We're watching left and right mirrors too, just to make sure that that trailer is not going to be ahead of us. We have to pull that trailer. Don't let that trailer, lead us. The tractor is the commander, so this is what the whole point of actually keeping the trailer behind us and pulling the trailer means. Okay, you see how the gravity of this truck and trailer is actually pulling us down? All right, snub it. During the winter season, icy roads, black ice. It will actually add inches and possibly feet. So watch out for the low bridge clearances. Okay, and also these kind of roads right here. Okay, if you have to chain up, it's best just to stay someplace that is a safe haven. Okay, and not chain up at all. Because there are times that they actually close down the 70, they close down the 80 at times, for snowstorms and other good reasons, okay? So it's best if you have to chain up, don't even bother, just stay, in a safe haven, okay? Screw the load, being late, screw the DM that's trying to force you to actually disregard safety, okay? Safety is number one priority, because guess what? It's your license, and you lose the load because you did a rollover driving in a snowstorm or really, really, really strict weather conditions or extreme conditions. Okay, the DM is just gonna say, "Oh yeah, I didn't tell him to do anything." Okay. So it's better to save your butt and save the load of whatever company that you're working for, because you get into an accident, you do a rollover, you do a jackknife, you go over a mountain, you lose the load. Okay, that company is going to be spending a lot more recovering everything and including the load. Okay, because you rather listen to a DM that could care less about safety. So if you have to chain up, my suggestion, don't chain up. Just stay where you are until it is actually clear. Remember, it's better to always take it slow, going downhill, take it slow, going uphill. Have your hazards on. It's better to be alive than sorry. Can't say much about my wife. Brought her to America, and then all of a sudden she just stopped contact with me. Marriage fraud. Don't you just like it when immigrants actually try to say false accusations on you and stuff like that? When ultimately they have somebody else in their heart and it wasn't really you. And that really hurts. It puts a big dent on somebody's heart, really, that nobody calls. It's supposed to be your wife. She's supposed to, give you a call. She's supposed to message you, and, I've talked to plenty of people, and it's like, a wife is actually caring. She'll actually want to know what the hell's going on with you, contact you in some way, shape or form, right? No, she doesn't Skype, she doesn't email, I've sent emails, I've sent, Scott messages. I have received nothing. Nothing. You know, she doesn't even bother calling, and she's with family supposedly. I don't know. Maybe she's having fun with some other dude at the moment. I don't know. But it sure seems like it, doesn't it? As you can see, my student went through that hill successfully, and we have more challenges yet to come. Leone. Want to be able to utilize your Jake brakes 1 and 2nd level only. You don't want on the 3rd one because you will over rev your engine. In a straight line so that you'll be able to control your trailer in back of you on a downhill steep like this. This is not steep right now, but I'm just giving you an example. Just press on 5 psi on your brakes, right? And you start accelerating around the long curves because you want to be able to pull your trailer and go around this bend with the trailer. Okay, doesn't matter if you're going to be slow, let the other traffic flow, but under 45, put your hazard lights on so everybody knows that you're really heavy and you are going to be slow in the right lane. It's going to be more and more curves. Right before the curve, just brake a little bit. Right, because you're about to go, down some more on these little hills, these mountains especially. So depending on that, slow down enough just so that you could be able to go around the curve without having to roll over, because the weight distribution with this trailer, being heavy as it is, could actually topple you over and get you into a curve somewhere, or actually the trailer would actually be faster than you, causing this tractor to actually jackknife and you lose control completely. So it's best to be slow when it comes down to going downhill, slow going uphill. Okay, you are going to be sluggish because you are heavy. Okay, like I said, again, around these curves, around these corners, you're accelerating just enough to be able to pull the trailer in the direction you want it to go. Okay, again, you're looking at your tandems, towards your mirrors, your left and right, and especially all this traffic with these four-wheelers just, passing you up. Let them, they flip you off, feel free to flip them off too, but, the main point is you're safe. This is the second part to what I'm talking about. Now, there are signs here, especially in Colorado, the chain law is in effect, as of February of every year. Now, look at this sign, 6% grade next 2 miles. Trucks stay in lower gear. Now, on these automatics, if you actually start overheating or getting to that red mark, going uphill, pull over, set in an idle, set your brakes, okay? And actually accelerate as if you're doing a parked region. It will actually go down below 200. Okay, now in this steep grade, I'm already at 31 miles per hour, but I'm going to try to keep it where I'm going to actually go downhill with this weight. Okay, and with this weight, I'm going to keep it, at a very, very low RPM with low miles per hour. As much as possible. It says 45 for trucks. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it at 40. I'm gonna try to keep it at 40. Right now it's dry. Okay, I have the Jake brake in and the engine cut off, right? And I'm taking it slow. I'm snubbing it. I don't want to overheat these brakes, because once these brakes actually heat up and catch on fire, you lost your truck and tractor, and your trailer. There is nothing that could be able to stop burning brakes. Okay, not even a fire extinguisher, believe it or not. You pretty much lost your load, lost the truck. Okay, so I'm accelerating against this curve just a little bit, just enough. I'm braking just a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Let it go. So it can start airing out. You don't want to burn these brakes. Good example is a catalytic converter that's overheating because of the oxygen sensor. Turns bright red and starts catching on fire. You lost your engine. Same thing with these brakes. You don't want to, stay on your brakes too long. And again, accelerate just a little bit, even if you have to rev it a little bit, just so that you can still keep pulling your trailer. You don't want that trailer coming right in front of you. All right, 50 miles per hour right here. Again, this curve right here. All right, snubbing it just enough, to slow down. Okay, letting it go because I don't want to overheat these brakes. Okay, doing it again. All right, snubbing a little bit. All right, there you go. Accelerating around the corner again. Accelerating around the corner. Okay, slowing down. All right, I'm on a straightaway. I'm gonna try slowing down more, just so that I could be able to accelerate just enough for that curve coming up. Right? All right. See? I'm slowing down just enough on a straightaway, just so that I could accelerate along this curve. It was pretty sharp, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, so now we're actually accelerating around this curve. All right, there's another one coming up again, right? I'm accelerating just to get around this bend. Right. Now, I'm gonna brake some more. Don't worry about these four-wheelers right behind you. They could pass you up. They have the ability to actually maneuver a lot better than you in this truck and trailer. Okay, you have a really heavy trailer as it is. Accelerating around the curve because I was, slowed down enough to be able to just go around this curve, right? Here we go again. Accelerate around the curve. I'm pulling my trailer so it will actually follow me. Okay? Here I go again. I'm braking just a little bit, just enough. Not to burn my brakes, but just enough so that I could be able to be slowed down enough to actually accelerate another curve. I'm pulling the trailer. You always pull your trailer. Downers Pass, Colorado Vale, Colorado. Certain mountains in Idaho, and Oregon, the Cabbage Patch. All those places are no joke when it comes to, up and downhill curves. And braking is very crucial, so do not stay on your brakes because you will heat them up. So imagine an eraser on your skin and you're rubbing it constantly. It will hurt. And that's what it's doing to these brakes. Truck driving actually has its perk. Driving cross country at times has its perks, has its ups and downs. Driving through here, you lose signal on your cell phone service, or any other service for that matter. But it's a beautiful sight. Get you thinking about a lot of stuff. For those of you that have families at home, hopefully they love you. I know my wife, she does not. Doesn't call, doesn't write, doesn't even contact me just to let me know, how I'm doing or if I'm alive. She could care less. But nothing compared to what God has given us in front of us, right? So in order to actually go through these hills, you're gonna have to grit and bear it sometimes. Turning off your actual AC, because it will actually overheat the engine. This includes a vehicle or a four-wheeler just like that one right there. Okay, it's better to turn off the AC. As you can see over here, people are stopping to actually look at the view. All this nature, all this natural stuff. It's better than a big city, right? I hate big cities. One, the traffic. Two, too many stupid people driving. Okay, causing the big traffic. But who wouldn't want to live in something like this? This is God's creation right here. Turn it off. Checking the brakes. Okay, I'm pushing in just the tractor right now. I'm going to fan down my brakes. The newer trucks are between 55 and 65. I don't know why. But the older trucks, the older generation trucks are actually 45 to 55. All right, the buzzer comes on and the light comes on saying, I have low pressure. Okay, so I'm going to pull it again. And I'm going to build the air by idling the truck. Okay, we're going to build pressure until it cuts off right above 100. The older trucks are actually right above 90. The newer trucks nowadays, it's like 100, 120. Okay, I'm building air, building air, building air. And when you actually do these brake checks, believe it or not, it actually does a self-adjusting on your slack adjusters. When you're actually looking at it, it actually self-adjusts the slack adjusters, in the tractor itself, on these new engineered trucks and these new automatics. Pulling very heavy loads, especially when it's close to 80,000 pounds gross with your tractor and trailer, you gotta watch your water levels. You gotta watch your speed going up. It fluctuates from time to time, so you don't want to redline it or you'll blow your radiator. So in order for it to cool down some more, I know it's going to be a hassle, but let off of the throttle a little bit. It's because it's pulling uphill. Very heavy load. So if you need to slow down some more, put your hazards on, let others know that you're really slow going up these hills. This is what people need to understand about trucks and truckers and why we are so slow going uphill. For all you four-wheelers, meaning all the regular cars that don't have a Class A professional drivers, this is why. The older the truck, more chances of transmission and motor problems. Here's another thing I want to tell you guys. If you haven't already known, trucks could be able to pull very heavy loads. Now imagine being in your sedan car right now or SUV. Fill 5-gallon bottles of water, a total of just 12 of them, all the way full, all 5 gallons, right? 12 of these bottles inside your car. Try and see if you could be able to brake at a dime with this much weight. Try and see if you could actually accelerate just as fast. You don't know what it's like to be able to merge and have all these other drivers not be courteous enough to slow down enough. You guys could be able to pass us because the regular vehicles are able to accelerate and brake just as easily. Now, when it comes to a truck pulling a trailer, we cannot be able to maneuver and accelerate just as fast as a regular vehicle. You need to keep that in mind. These ain't any of the Harley Davidsons where you could just rev it up and go, okay? So please consider that when you guys are merging and getting off the off-ramp. Don't be jackasses. 45 miles per hour. They said watch for rocks. I see lots of rocks. You guys must be wondering why I'm holding a water bottle. I'm going to give you an example. Imagine your trailer. Take a wagon or radio flyer, stack it up with lots of towels or something, right? And try going through a corner with it and see if it will topple over. Same concept with trucks and trailers, right? Now imagine a tanker or a truck being able to pull. Is it going to stay steady? Now imagine that going through a corner. Imagine carrying a bunch of containers full of liquid, paint, or so on, and you're pulling that. Same concept. Is that going to stay steady? You're going to have inertial. This is physics, guys. Inertial momentum shifts. That liquid is going to shift that trailer, guys.